Hi everyone, this is subtopic 6.2 Team Effectiveness Model. Under this subtopic, three issues will be discussed, and the issues are the model of team effectiveness, the importance of having an effective team, and number 3, how to make a team more effective. Alright people, let's start. Before we begin, let's answer some simple questions. Question 1. What is an effective team? A team is effective when it benefits the organization and its members. It is labeled as effective when the team is able to achieve the organizational goal and objective. And it is also effective when the team members' need and well-being is also being fulfilled. Second question, how to create an effective team? Well, to answer that question, let's go and look further. Along the years, researchers have developed several models discussing on what makes a team effective. The team effectiveness model shown in this slide is a meta-model as it integrates each component and it also includes its own set of theories. In this model, the components are organizational and team development, team design, and also team processes, which leads to team effectiveness. To start with, let us look at organizational and team environment. The organizational and team environment is the base or one of the strongest sources which leads to an effective team. It is viewed as a resource pool which supports the team ability to achieve the objective. Members in the team would work extra hard when they know that all the hard work will be paid off, when the organization system in the organization allows for them to communicate transparently and openly. Besides that, when the organizational structure is being designed to encourage for work in clusters and physical layout encourage for frequent and easy communication, and also additional information systems support team coordination, this will all lead to team effectiveness. Leaders also play a significant role in ensuring that a team will be effective. Besides encouraging for teamwork, leaders also need to acknowledge the team's effort and not individual efforts. Next component in assisting for a team to work effectively is how team is being designed. Not all tasks should be done by a team, as some tasks is best to be done individually. A team is basically well suited to handle complex tasks which later can be divided into specific and specialized roles. Next, a team works well when all work processes and processes are well structured. This allows everyone in the team to be very clear on how to proceed with the work. Another task-related influence on team effectiveness is the task interdependence. We're going to discuss on task interdependence in the next slide. There are three levels of task interdependence. The lowest level of task interdependence is known as pool interdependence. This happens when an employee or work unit shares a common resource such as machinery, administrative support, or budget from other work units. The second level of interdependence is SQL interdependence. This happens when a work unit or employee would need the output from another unit for him to complete his task. This often happens in an assembly line. The third level of interdependence is the reciprocal interdependence. Under reciprocal interdependence, the output exchange back and forth among individuals. For example, in the process of designing a new product, as their design decisions do affect others involved in the design process. Just a note, the higher the interdependence needed to complete the task, the greater the need to have employees or people to work in teams. Now, let us look at what is the best or ideal team size. The size of team should be small. This is to avoid loss of time in coordinating and also getting consensus in decision making. Besides, when the team is small, each and every one of the members would be able to know and understand each other better. Nevertheless, the number of team members need to be appropriate to complete a task. It should not be too small either, as it would burden and overload the members itself. Next question. What behavior or character of people do we need to have in a team? Well, for a team to be effective, members need to ensure that they have the 5 C's correct behavior, which are cooperating, coordinating, communicating, converting, and conflict handling. Members need to be able to cooperate and work together with each team members. Members need to be able to coordinate work with each other and later remind the members to stay on track. Then, they need to ensure that members do understand and practice healthy communication style and also be able to confront each other when the need arises. Besides that, members need to be alert in all situations so that it would not create any conflicts. And should there is, members need to be motivated to solve it. This slide talks on advantages and disadvantages of diversity, which is one of the important dimensions of team composition. Let us look at the advantages first. The main advantage of diverse teams is that they make better decisions than do homogeneous teams in some situations. One reason is that people from different backgrounds tend to see a problem or opportunity from different angles. The second reason is that diverse team members would have a broader knowledge base and they would have a better representation of team constituents. Now, let us look at the disadvantages. Employees with diverse background would take longer to become a high-performing team. This occurs partly because bonding is lower among people who are different from each other, especially when they have different beliefs and values. Diverse teams are also susceptible to fault lines. What happens is that they would later subdivide themselves into smaller groups, and this would reduce motivation to communicate and also to coordinate. Next, let us look at the first component under team processes. Let us start with the stages in team development. There are 5 stages in team development, and it starts with forming, storming, norming, then performing, and the last one is adjourning. Now let's start. Forming is basically when team members first meet. It's a period when team members try to get to know each other in a team. The second stage is basically storming. At this stage, is marked by interpersonal conflicts as members become proactive and will compete for various team roles. The next one is norming. By now, teams have figured out how to work together. There's no more internal competition, and responsibilities and goals are very much clearer. Each person works more efficiently because he or she has learned how to share their ideas and listen to feedback while working towards a common goal. The fourth stage is performing. Under performing, there's a high level of cohesion and trust between team members. Team members have learned to efficiently coordinate and resolve conflicts if there is any. And the last one is adjourning. Adjourning is basically when a team complete their project and debrief on what went well and what could be improved for future projects. The team development model also indicates that there are 2 sets of process which contributes to team development. One is team identity, and 2, developing team mental models and coordinating routines. What it meant is, team development occurs when employees make the team part of their social identity and take ownership of the team success. It also basically mentioned that team development includes forming shared mental models of the work and team relationship. Team mental models are acknowledged structures mutually held by team members about ideas and expectations. Team development takes time. Therefore, organizational leaders will try as much to ensure that the process will expedite through team building. Usually, activities held would include both formal activities and non-formal activities to improve the development and function of the team. Team building interventions are often organized into four categories, which are goal setting, problem solving, role clarification, and interpersonal relations. Now, let us look at the second component of team processes, which is team norms. Team norms are informal rules and shared expectations which the group creates to regulate the behavior of its members. Norms are developed through initial team experiences, critical events in team history, and the experience and values which members bring to the team. And to ensure that everyone follows the norms and avoid dysfunctional team norms, all members need to be informed on what is the desired norms at the early stage of forming the team. Then, the team also need to be selective on who the team members are and only accept members with the same value. The third component of team processes is team cohesion. Team cohesion is a degree of attraction which a person feels towards the team and their motivation to remain as members of the team. Team cohesion becomes stronger and occurs faster when members have the same similarity. Besides that, it will also be stronger when the size of the team is small, as it allows and encourages frequent and easy communication. Next, team cohesion would also increase should the entry level is difficult and members are selective on each other. Other than that, higher team success and high degree of external competition as well as challenges also makes a team more cohesive. This slide talks on team cohesion and performance. Teams with high cohesion tend to perform better as compared to those with low cohesion. This is because they tend to share information more frequently and are motivated to maintain membership to achieve the team's objective. Team members provide social support for each other in stressful situations and will always find ways to minimize dysfunctional conflict together. Nevertheless, the relationship between team cohesion and performance do depend on two factors, which are the task interdependence as well as team norms. Team cohesion has less effect on team performance should the task interdependence is low. This is because high cohesion team do motivates employees to coordinate and cooperate with other team members. Teams would perform better should the team norms are compatible and aligned with the objective of the organization. Should the norms are not aligned, team performance would reduce. Next, let's talk on team trust. What is team trust? Any relationship among team members depends on certain degree of trust. Trust is a positive expectation one person has towards another person or group in situations involving risk. There are three levels of trust. Number one, calculus-based trust. Calculus-based trust is basically the lowest potential trust and is easily broken by a violation of expectation. The next one is on knowledge-based trust. Knowledge-based trust is based on the predictability of another team member's behavior. And the last one is on identification-based trust. Identification-based trust is based on mutual understanding and an emotional bond among team members. It occurs when team members think, feel, and act like each other. High-performance teams exhibit this level of trust because they share the same values and mental models. Having an effective team in the organization would assist the organization to achieve its objective and accomplish the task. Besides, it will also help to satisfy members' needs and also maintain team survival. With that, we have now completed and concluded the subtopic on team effectiveness model. Thank you everyone. Stay safe please. All information were gathered from the following references and links. Thank you.